Welcome back to our season finale, AVPL fans and AVPL viewers. Right now with me is the AVPL core team. This is the team, the AVPL core team that has organized 7 seasons of AVPL cricket, juniors as well as the ladies form. Okay, I will interact with this entire great AVPL core team and try to understand how is this thing possible, how they're able to coordinate this event for such a long time. So the first question I will start with Venkat. So AVPL has become this huge event now with office commitment, with your own personal work. How do you motivate yourself to give this input, because AVPL now requires a lot of work. So how do you do that?
Actually, let's talk some cliche stuff. Like it's like that's the saying, right? I mean, find something that you love and you'll never work again. So AVPL is like that, correct? It's something we love to do. It's what gives us that. It's a stress buster for people who are like working Monday to Friday or even weekends, right? So it's a great stress buster, and obviously everybody's passionate about cricket. Who's not in India, correct? So this is actually the mix that we have here. I don't think anybody of them feel it like it's an overhead or it's a burden or it's an extra thing that they're doing. Sometimes obviously they kind of maybe might feel about work, that work's coming in between their AVPL practice or something, but I think in general AVPL, I don't think anybody feels it's an overhead or extra effort or work.
Very good. Ashok sir, if you can answer to that, I'll just repeat the question for you again. With all your office commitment, your own work, family work, how do you stay motivated to contribute to AVPL? It's a big event. You need to give a lot of effort.
Yeah, fortunately for me, my work is also organizing. So it's like what I do in office, I do it for AVPL. The only difference is there I do for someone who I don't know who is going to be the user. Here I know the entire society is going to get benefited. For that sake, it's the same for me.
Good one. Sanjeeth, if I ask you, you have been associated with this since season 1, and I think that time or now also you're one of the youngest in this group, in the core group. How do you keep yourself motivated and how do you manage to contribute to this core?
For me, this is nothing much of additional work. It is part of my work, to be honest. Maybe my office work or other things will come secondary. The AVPL or conducting, organizing, playing, that is the first priority. So whenever anyone calls for anything, I'll be the first person to be there. So it's nothing additional work for me. So yeah.
Yeah. आशीष भाई, नेक्स्ट वन फॉर यू. 7 सीज़न हो गए, हम लोग फैमिली जैसा है, ठीक है. अगर ये डिसीजन लिया जाता है कि ये वाला रीस्ट्रक्चरिंग होगा, रजत को पसंद नहीं है ये वर्ड, रीस्ट्रक्चरिंग होगा और ये जो एंटायर कोर है वो चेंज होगा, विल यू फील इट गुड? डू यू अग्री टू दैट रीस्ट्रक्चरिंग वाला थिंग?
Not at all. Like I feel like restructuring will not give the same vibes. 7 साल हमने like सबने मेहनत की, and then everyone has actually get that kind of bonding and we are working together, and if that restructuring happen, I don't think that the same emotion will be there, and I won't feel it will be good, the complete restructuring.
Somewhat I also agree to that. Vishnu, you have not been there since season 1, but recently and from the last season you have joined the core and you have contributed a lot. How much do you think you relate to this team and what do you think about the restructuring?
I am the recent addition, as you said. For an outsider, this is a very underappreciated job. In the first 5 seasons I played, I mean, you are going and playing there, the stumps are there. You're going and playing there, the ice can is there. Somebody is bringing the first aid kit. Somebody is arranging the food, and food was never short. There are I mean, drinks. There is water available. The core goes to the extent of finding out. I think in the last AVPL I witnessed, we have rejected some 4 or 5 grounds because the washrooms were not clean and women were playing. This planning to the T is what makes those 2 days memorable for us. the participation, the people who are participating on that, 50, 60 odd people and their families, their kids are all there. And I don't think anybody would say that something is missing on those 2 days. This is possible because of, I would say, an expertise in organizing and the joy of organizing and the passion these people bring. I witnessed this for 5 seasons from outside, but last season I witnessed this from inside. As far as your restructuring is concerned, are you mentioning restructuring of the entire core team?
Yes.
I don't think you will be able to do that. This is maybe you will be able to add new team members like me who will take this legacy forward. 7 seasons, man. We are not talking about 1 or 2 seasons. It takes a lot of it takes a lot out of personal lives for people to organize this, to do this, and to execute this. You will. I mean, I'm sure there is a plan till the Sunday evening, 17th evening, how the presentation ceremony is going. That also is there on the Excel right now. You cannot restructure this. Okay, you cannot restructure the passion. What you can do is we can still add people to them. I mean, it is pretty natural that some people will move out. This is a very a very fluid place. Yeah. People will move out of it, people will add, people will get add, but that legacy that needs to be taken care of, that legacy that needs to go. I mean, when we are talking about AVPL 30 or AVPL 40, this is a legacy that we are going to take forward. Restructuring? No.
Very true, actually. And then more than anything, the passion that requires to run this core team, I don't think with restructuring it is possible, because we do a lot of things beyond what we are expecting from every season. Last time something new came out, and this time we are already seeing like what is happening. So every time we are surprising with the new things, and I don't think that passion would be there, because it's not just a core team. That passion which is running this core team is different. So that's why I feel like that complete restructuring will not be good. Addition would be okay.
Yes, fantastic. Sir, if you can say something about this core team's friendship, okay, this brotherhood that we have for these long seasons, right? What you would have to say about it?
It's more than a family now. I see fights, I see disagreements, but at the end of the day, I see we align to one point. I mean, that's what makes this a family, right? And every season we have changed something or the other, but then everybody are aligned to it. They might have differences, but then they come back and then told, okay, I agree with you, but then yeah, let's do it this way this time. Maybe next time we'll probably plan it the other way. I think that's very important, and that's what actually makes this core keep going.
Thank you, sir. That reminds me of you, Rajesh, and also Suresh. If you remember, initially we had a lot of argument, disagreements on the rules, especially the rules, what to do, what not to do. If somebody would have listened to the way we used to talk and argue initially in our core meetings, and if now that same person watches us, sees us, the way we have bonded and we are organizing, he would not believe it, right? Do you agree to that?
Agree. Yeah, the main thing in between the core people is like understanding. Wherever you start, at the end, you all be in a single point. You stick to that. Okay, so this is what we planned. Anyone can take the call. So everyone try to understand what is the benefits with that, what is the negative with that, and realize, okay, these are the negatives. Okay, why can't we go with the point which is acceptable by everyone? So that is there in between us. So if some discussion happen between us also, okay, at one point we are stick to one. Okay, this could be the result. Okay, let's follow this one. If there is any changes, we'll try in next season, not in this season. So that helping us, like always, you have 5 fingers in your hand, all are not same. Here we are 15 members, but at the end we all stick to one result. Okay, let's move on this. So that is a good thing. So we are having lot of discussion. Last season also we had lot of discussion. This season also we had lot of discussion. Again, few discussions are pending that may come in middle. So finally, whatever we are deciding, we will be publishing in other groups as the main the sports group. whatever the decisions we are taking, everyone is accepting. So it's a good thing. That's what leading our bonding towards the success.
Agree. Nishanth, if I ask you that you have been since season 1, you have seen people coming into the core, going out of the core. I'm not sure if anybody has still gone out, but yeah, I mean, they are not that active. What do you feel about it? And also, I would follow up on top of it. You are a person who would not be very aggressively arguing for any particular rule or any change. But when you see seniors like Venkat or Suresh or Prabhakar, no, he doesn't agree. But Aashish, Kaushik, these people argue on a particular thing. Do you appreciate that these people are inspiring us by seriously working for such an event?
See, argue when you discuss about a thing only, then a results comes. So obviously there should be arguments. So it's like a different of perspectives that you see and get a better results of it. So that is always needed. Otherwise things doesn't work out as planned, because everybody has to see their own also perspective of seeing the thing. So everybody has their own perceptions.
Nicely explained.
I would like to add one more.
Sure.
Good thing here is whatever arguments and discussions happen, end of the day, the passion and love for the cricket wins.
Yeah, true. And the discussions are happening in the core, not in the outside the core. And we are not
important point.
showing that's the same thing in ground also. We are stick to this core. Whatever the discussions happening in the core, not beyond that. And nobody can discussing the same with the other people, teammates also. What is happening in the core, it will stick to score only. It is not going outside.
Yeah. Add to that, Vishnu, if you, we always communicate this particular message among us that even if you represent your respective teams, if some decision has been taken, that is a collective decision of the core, okay? And this message or this information should not leak to outside core members that Vishnu voted for this, Rajesh was against that, right?
See, what happens inside core stays inside core. That is the reason it is called a core. Okay. Why we are not when we are talking about arguments, as Nishanth was saying, results come out of arguments. Results come out of a lot of discussion. Okay. And what I wanted to add is, for everybody, AVPL means those only 2 days. Okay. For this core team, AVPL means the entire year. Right. If you see, since the last AVPL that we have played, we've kept the ethos of AVPL live, right, by creating united teams, by creating playing as a Amrita value team, by playing with other team members outside, or playing amongst ourselves, keeping this ethos live, keeping the excitement live for the entire year. This is not a small work. This is not something which is being done for a week and then everybody forgets about it. No, this continues. If this has to continue, then there is a structure that has been formed. Okay, that particular structure will have to be honored, will have to be I would say this is a legacy that has been created, and a record is being created for this legacy. As I was saying, for years together, this AVPL is going to continue. Okay.
All right, nice answers. That is end of our first segment, and with that we will have a small break. यार बार बोला है, अगर एक अच्छा घर, सपने वाला घर चाहिए, कॉन्टैक्ट त्रिगुणा कंट्री होम्स. Stay connected to your roots.
Almost heaven, by the lake, by the mountains, blooming flowers. Life is older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country homes, that's my home, the place I belong. Almost heaven, by the lake, take me home to country home. my memories gathered round here. Cheering birds, blue water views. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty moonshine, teared up in my eyes. Country homes, that's my home. The place I belong. Blooming flowers, mountain mama, take me home to country home. Take me home to country home.
4, 5. Welcome back to the next segment of AVPL Core Interview. So right now we have our next question in this. I would like to say that Venkat sir, if you see in AVPL, from AVPL Junior we have got players like Slok, Srijay, Kanisk, Ramro, right? And these people have joined the senior team, really playing well. So do you think we should invest more effort on AVPL Junior? We should have more matches. Apart from the AVPL tournament, we should have monthly matches where these junior people come and play?
Short answer, yes. Just to go back one step and talk about the progression. AVPL 6, the player of the final was Ramro. Okay, so that shows how much they have progressed, right? So that's good enough. But the only cautious thing here is with kids, they're not really going to be independent in taking decisions. There will be schools, exams, things like that, which will also kind of hold them back a bit. But yeah, I mean, whatever encouragement we can do to give them that encouragement to move forward, we should. But they will be restricted by other things around them. The environment, it's not like us, right? We can just wake up a weekend and say we want to go somewhere. They might have their own family plans and things like that. So it's going to be a bit more challenging. Obviously, with Ashok kind of heading that front, we can definitely work out on what we can do to make it more, we can plan it in advance. Obviously, I mean, like he said, if you want AVPL 40, they are the ones who will be playing that, right? Not us. So I might be these guys, I don't know. But yeah, jokes apart, I think you need them to be kind of properly guided a bit more, and we need more help from the support from the parents as well on that.
Thank you. We all thank you for that effort, that idea of AVPL Junior, for encouraging not only your son, his friends. And see, now we have such good junior players. No more junior, they're into senior team.
Yeah.
Ashok sir, so he is responsible for AVPL Junior this time. We would like to hear from him. How is the organization going on and what are we expecting this time?
Yeah, you can see a lot of surprises this time. So one thing you might have seen day before yesterday, they themselves have created a
poster.
Yeah,
right.
True. That itself show how into they are. As Venkat sir said, they had a lot of challenges. Let it be academics, let it be parents, their own timing, all those things. With all those struggles, they could join together and they can make a poster on their own. So if you interact more with them, you'll understand they have more ideas. They are more into than all of us, to be frank. It's our duty to streamline them properly, give them the right path, make them focus on the right things. Obviously, they will be following us very soon.
Thank you for that answer. Yes, Sanjeeth.
Like other day, I think I've seen them practicing twice when we were practicing, and I don't know their names and all, but I could see people, I mean the kids setting their field placement themselves. They are telling go there. I mean, like a captain. I'm not sure about his name, but he was like setting, oh, you go there. And when they drop catches, he's like, why are you catching like this? I mean, he's giving inputs. Small kids. So I was like surprised, oh, so this AVPL Junior is, I mean, they are coming up in the next level, and maybe another 4-5 years or maybe even lesser, they'll come to our senior team. So
there is a new set also ready, like a new set of people. Earlier we have 6 actually, with Rohan and Aditya. Now I can say 4 people are ready. Aditya, Chittar, Hari, and Arav. These four are ready. They are ready to play with us. And
His hurry only. He was wearing Indian jersey, I think.
Ramro was played with me, but yesterday they only asked me, Uncle, we'll ball, can you play? Of course, I'm not a great batsman. Everyone knows
They called you uncle.
Definitely. No. If they call grandfather also, I'm fine. I'm happy to take it. I have no issues. But the way they are bowling, the way they are distancing each other was good. Like I can say, within 3 years they can be a part of, our team. Like
You have to see their WhatsApp groups.
Oh.
No, there is a schedule that is coming in, and
WhatsApp group.
They have a WhatsApp group. There is a schedule that comes, and while we are discussing now, there is a practice session that is going on, and today's practice session is being led by one of the old AVPL junior who is now currently playing in the senior team. He is doing, Kanishk is doing the sessions for one of the teams, and today's practice is from 7 o'clock to 8:30, and for every half an hour they're having a different kind of practicing. Okay, so they are putting us to shame definitely in terms of the kind of practice that they do, in terms of the kind of strategies. And I also see at the end of the day, at the end of each practice session, there is a feedback that comes from the captain saying that you are short of these two particular skills, you need to focus on these two skills. And they're talking about short balls, they're talking about outside of stump balls. Sometimes I don't go through that WhatsApp anymore now. This is very, very mature.
Slok and Ramro was mentors for the juniors team. This season, Kanishk and Srijay were taking care of that.
That is really
Good because they are occupied with their board exams.
And about the efforts they are putting, they come from school, even on weekdays, they come from school, they attend all their classes, whatever is there, and they go after that. Even if it is very late in the night, they're still doing everyday practice. Even if it is at 8:30, 9 o'clock, they're going there.
Background noise is from them only.
See, my initial plan, Kaushik, my initial plan was to have 9 overs match for them.
Oh.
Okay, so after our yesterday's discussion, I went and told them, your match may be reduced to 7 overs. Okay, which they were not able to digest. 2-3 times they came back to us. So now the last question is, can you at least consider making it 8 overs, if not 9? So
You upset their plans by who is going to go 2 overs, who's going to go.
They are going to play 9.
No. See, I am using the same mobile which my son is using now. So yes, right.
data privacy is at risk here. But yeah, if this is the enthusiasm of my next generation in this society, I am happy to be called as a grandpa. That's what I would say and end this question. We have been joined by Reshma, the only female core member. Okay, and we are really proud to have her in this team. The ideas that she brings, most are creative ideas. These are something that we would not have been able to decide, and she is the one who has come and contributed. One question for her, sorry to start with a negative note, but you were very crucial, instrumental in the last season's Women's League of AVPL. This season we are not having it. We all are disappointed. But what do you think was the reason, and what we are learning from that, so that we are going to have that league in the next season?
Before you answer that, one thing I want to add is she is in the core team not because of nepotism, okay?
Yeah.
No, I was added by Kaushik, and I was not agreeing to it, but then he said, no, because you're doing a lot of work in the background, so you should come to the core also. About the women's cricket team, yes, we had a very good match in the last season.
It was good, really good.
It was more fun. Winning, losing was one side of the game, but we had a lot of fun in the game. And everybody were very excited that, okay, next we'll do this, that and all. But the point is, maybe we did not continue the practice every day, or not even every day, like weekends or something. If we would have continued that, maybe the enthusiasm would have been the same, and we would have done this time also. But nevertheless, maybe next AVPL.
Next AVPL you will have to.
Yes, will definitely.
Not maybe, you will have to.
I take it on the other side. I think we failed to impress them. I think somewhere we are lagging in our preparations.
I'm bold. No. This answer coming from Ashok, I'm bold. Okay.
So are upset other than Kaushik and Ashok because they were squared doing empowering for their match.
At least think
You tell
about
like
me.
that, yeah.
Think about me.
But really, sir, to be frank, I am telling, the last no ball, I thought somebody is going to hit you.
Tell me that somebody
Let's move to the next question. Let's move to the next question. Apart from Reshma, who else wife was there in that league? Your wife? Your wife was not.
wife.
Your wife was there.
Vishnu's wife.
So let's have
Sanjeeth.
one line answer from you. What was the reason this time we are not having that league? Quick one, huh?
I think mainly it's because of holidays or kids' exam. Maybe because of that, maybe we could have planned better. But again, not sure how exactly, because we also have, after this December is a long vacation. But yeah, maybe next time we should think about them and plan to put that particular date. So maybe something like that.
As Bhavi said, like the practice session or those Anthu could not continue after that last AVPL. If they could have continued that like over a weekend or even monthly once they are going and having a practice session, might be they would have more enthusiasm, like okay, let's continue. So that is definitely a main reason. And they should start those sessions going forward, like okay, once a month. It will be a fun also, like having a cricket and then having a get together over there. So like if they continue, then definitely they will have those enthusiasm. And summer will like in the summer when we'll have next session, maybe
They will play.
we'll definitely play.
Yeah, Vishnu.
Maybe we missed out in putting all of them together in one room and asking them to start. Because if you remember what has happened last time, how AVPL women came into picture, it was a short idea that has come amongst the same group. Then it wasn't like we asked in the WhatsApp group who all wants to join. We went and spoke to some at least 10 people and then asked them, are you willing to play? If it would be great if you are starting. Then people got added. This time we start sending message. I think with all due respect, we imagined or we hoped that they would automatically. We assumed that they would automatically join. Yeah, assumed is the right word. Maybe a bit of nudge or push would have definitely made sure that AVPL women's second season also would have happened. But nevertheless, the third season is. The next season is not very far away. I definitely don't see any reason why they're not going. Why AVPL women should not happen after the kind of a tremendous blockbuster success we had last time.
We actually had to ask many people personally, then sending them messages and all. And at that point of time, for the last season I'm talking, it was like we had to tell, okay, now the team is done. Initially we were expecting 6 on one side and we'll play a good match. But we had 11 people on one side, and after that we had to tell other people, okay, no, not this time. Maybe next AVPL will give you the chance to come in the team.
It's definitely not lack of enthusiasm for sure. It was, as I told, planning. We had to do better. We thought about just AVPL, our AVPL, rather than asking their time.
That is end of this segment. We'll take another break. इस बार छुट्टी प्लान करना है और जब प्लान करोगे लेट्स गो ट्रिपिंग को कॉल करना है. काउंटिंग स्माइल्स बाय ट्रैवलिंग माइल्स. Welcome back to the last segment. I'm becoming a little sad now. All right, maybe the last question for us. So, are we going to see a longer format in AVPL? We have played 8 overs. We have played till 12 overs. But will we see a longer format in AVPL? That's what I would like to know from all of you. Sanjeeth, starting with you.
According to me, yes, we should start that. But again, the issue will be about the timing, about the number of teams we have. Maybe we have 4 teams, so how to accommodate in 2 days? That might not be possible. Then we need to have 2 weekends. So all those things we need to think about it. But actually, it's a good idea. We need to go for T20. But yeah, we need to check about the availability.
Rajesh?
Yeah, we can plan for 3 days. If we have any additional holiday, we can plan with 15 overs match. As of now, we stick to 12. Highest was at 12. Now we can add another 3 hours, see if we can complete that one in 3 days. Then we can plan for the 4 days. See, however, in April, definitely we'll get one holiday. If you are planning accordingly that, so everyone can say yes. Last season also, we played Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, I guess. Sunday we took. If that advantage is there with us, so definitely we can plan for 3 days. If we are planning for 3 days, definitely the 15 hours or 20 hours match can happen.
Game perspective, like planning perspective, obviously it is better to have it. So the game perspective, now we have been playing 8 hours, 12 hours, which is like a very short durations if you see, like. But playing 20 hours becomes really challenging. Now we are playing with the United, with other teams, or internally also we play 20 hours match. So in that you get to stay on the crease a lot more time. You can spend more time in the game, and you can actually feel the game more. So that way it becomes more interesting. So yes, definitely we should plan something like that. I'm not sure about how we plan it, because it takes another extra day, and putting all the 50 plus people together, it's a challenging thing for 3 days.
I think we already played multiple T20 matches outside the AVPL, so we are playing, but yeah, with AVPL, the main concern is timing. Is like everyone said, like the timing is the biggest, like doing the entire tournament in 2 days. Now with T20 format, like it would be really difficult and challenging for the people, like having the same like those effort, and like after 1 day, like 2 days, like if we extend like for 3 days, I don't think people will have that same stamina to play on third day, and it will be really tiring for everyone. So if you have to do it, like maybe we can do it for a couple of weekends. That could be possible, and yes, it should be really fun. Like if we have this T20 format, then we can see a different way. But the only concern will be the timing. Like that would I say. But yeah, it will be fun. Like if we have this T20 format in the future.
Vishnu, and then we'll hear from Venkat.
Honestly, I don't see that happening, because 20 overs with 4 teams is tough. 4 teams in fact, the earlier AVPL we did it in 1 day. The entire tournament we did it in 1 day.
We have it that time. We have
8 hours.
8 hours.
8 overs. 8 overs.
That's what. Now we increase it to 12.
Yeah.
If we increase to 15, we'll get to know whether it is possible or not.
But
however, we are increasing.
honestly, what we can otherwise do also is, we are already having internal matches, the United matches that we are doing. We actually tried with the idea of 100 balls. The 100 also we tried. What all we tried, man, seriously. It's a far-fetched idea right now, but maybe AVPL in its shape, I see it as 12 or maximum of 15 overs, but the T20 matches can continue as rolling over each once in a month is what we are doing right now. I think that will do justice. But I think all over to the
long format you're not for.
Yeah. Also, the availability of each player would be the biggest concern. 2 days itself, like it gets difficult, like if people are available for those 2 days or not.
Yeah, T20 format is good to have one, okay, but with the current limited timing, limited availability of the players, all those things put together, it's not possible immediately. Maybe if you look for a floodlight ground, yes, very soon.
That's a good point.
We'll do it.
You actually stole the idea I was thinking about, right? I didn't want 20 over games. I don't think we should be playing 20 over games with tennis balls at least.
Okay.
12 overs is good. It's competitive enough. I think that's where the fun lies. It's short but not too short. So you still are engaged. 20 overs will stretch it a bit with a tennis ball. The next progression probably for me would be, one, increasing the number of teams if possible, and if you want to go for one more weekend, that's fine, but with more teams rather than longer duration. And definitely night cricket is what we should look at, because that will probably bring in more excitement.
More
people will enjoy it. We need to figure out where we can do it, and I'm looking at my sponsors right now to see if we get more ideas from them, but
that is your next question.
This was discussed. This was discussed in third season. We were about to play one match at least.
But
Or
we
else-
have sponsors that
Correct.
time, okay?
Of course,
This time
we
we
have sponsors. At least if they book the ground, we can happily play and come.
Yeah, okay.
If sponsors book. With that, we have a surprise guest. Suresh, can you please? Suresh, the question was, we have already answered it and you'll be the last one to answer it. Do you think we can have a longer format in AVPL, like more than 15 overs or maybe a 20-20?
If we are planning to have a longer format, then I think we need more days. So because playing 20 hours match, like two matches or 3 matches per day is very difficult for everyone. It's like maximum some 15 to 20 people will have that stamina, rest all will have difficulty in playing whole day. So we need to have more days. If we are planning for that, at least 3 days. If we can accommodate 3 days, then, but again, getting people for 3 days is difficult task. Like, people availability for 3 days.
I think all have answered, and when they were answering, they have highlighted different points. One is not everybody is a professional player, or at least intermediate player. So playing for long format for more than one day would be difficult. Second point is if we have floodlights wherever we go and play, we can play evening games, night games, and that would be really interesting. And Venkat sir, I am also voting for it. If we can have one season, an experimental season where we can play under floodlights, that would be fantastic. But on the
that so far that floodlight game I haven't had. So
It really nice.
I
have played
actually in return, I mean, just stuck my mind. Maybe we should look at that floodlight thing. For no.
AV United match like between.
Let him
Okay.
answer.
Maybe a 606 only in the nights, or 505 only in the nights, in a something like a box kind of a place, or box cricket kind of thing, which can have higher participation, or a floodlight thing. Maybe we can start from there. Just a random idea that is.
Initially, however, monthly we were having this internal match, right? That we can try outside, like one match, 1 month we can try. Floodlights who are all available. Let's see the count. Let's see the money, how much we need to pay for.
It's going to be double of whatever we
Of course, that's what I'm saying.
And the ground is also a challenge. I know one ground that is there off Domsandra Road. Quite far. That is always booked.
But all are IT people, so money should not be a problem.
money should not be a problem. Bangalore IT.
When we have a sponsor, why should we worry about money?
That is my core. These guys have completely forgotten it's an interview. They have started discussing and arguing about the next AVPL and what they can do, they cannot do.
See, this is what happens when you get a mixed breed of folks in the same room, right? So we were talking about IT, and the lady there, she says Shetty. so yeah, the money comes from there as well, right? So that's the point.
Good. With that, we'll go to our next question. It is not exactly a question, it is a message for our proud sponsors. Venkat, you being the leader of this core, I would like you to say a couple of words for both our sponsors.
All right, so the sponsorship itself, the idea itself was like, it was really a fun thought thrown out, just like that. I'm grateful that these guys decided to go forward with it. The first round, I mean, even today, we don't have a clue on how we are talking about sponsorship, what we are talking about it. It is just to kind of get some funds in to make this a more affordable tournament for the apartment, because as you know, like, costs are going crazy. And like I said, I'm thankful for these guys to come in, and I'm thankful the second sponsor also to come in. Like LGT has come in the first, and then the next season, last season, we had Triguna come in, who have graciously also decided, both of them have decided to continue with us for season 7 as well. So that's a good thing for us. And yeah, I mean, it helps us to kind of take care of some of the expenses that are coming in. We are able to make it more grander, so to speak, right? I mean, it, like, we did do that last time around, and this time we expect the same. And we are hoping that we are able to give back to them as well via whatever promotions we do, whatever awareness we are spreading. So I hope it's a win-win situation for both of us, and it continues to be that way down the line as well. But yeah, right outset, thankful and grateful for them to join us the way they have.
Of upcoming tournament, we all are sponsored, right?
We obviously will have more sponsorship as we go in, and details will come soon, and you can keep tracking us on our YouTube channel as well as our WhatsApp status updates and channels. So keep tuned there, and we'll let you know.
आज रात को राजेश का 1-to-1 इंटरव्यू होगा अलग, ठीक है? और जो कॉन्फिडेंस है, ओके, बीच में क्वेश्चन ऐड कर रहा है, ओके, व्हाई डिड यू गो आउटसाइड द फ्रेम? क्या चल रहा है? ओके, ऑलराइट, सो as we become richer and richer, money-wise, skill-wise, we decided to create our own team. It's a new team, but not a small team. It's called AV United. So in this segment, we will unveil the new jersey of AV United. Now we will hear from the AVPL captains what is their war cry for season 7. Rajesh first.
We are Panthers. With hard work, we never give up.
Metallica, we are gonna rock you.
Spartans, the original, the everlasting. We are here to win.
Thunders, जो गरजेंगे भी और बरसेंगे भी.